You know what they say, when misfortune arrives, it comes in droves. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. This is going to be a quick-ish video, as it is in relation to Tommy Robinson. But I made a video yesterday. What I wasn't expecting was to make another one today. So what's the latest this time? Well, Working Class Patriot, as well as, of course, Tommy Robinson's admin team, just for absolute clarity, the admin team have posted on Twitter that Tommy Robinson is apparently being starved. He has been banned from ordering food for a week, is the claim. And I would highly doubt that the administration team would say this in bad faith. So it stands to the reason why Working Class Patriot also put a video on YouTube, which I'll be linking in the description below. Because the way I slice it, Tommy is being violated. Well, we already knew that, but this is just going and taking it to a whole new level, quite frankly. This is the sort of treatment you would expect for terrorists in Guantanamo Bay. It's being applied to Tommy Robinson because he put his phone to speakerphone with Tommy Robinson's son. This is being done because he may not have been able to hear his son. Maybe the phones were being faulty. Or maybe he just wanted to soak up his son's voice. I don't know. And I'm not talking about how he can use a sponge to do it. No, he wants to soak up that voice. Because you know why? Because he's been banned outright from having visitation. It's full blockout. Nobody can see him. Nobody can call him. Nobody can email him now. So why is it that they've instigated a full lockdown, and now even worse, it's looking like they're planning to starve him for a week? It's already obvious from what his diet has been at the moment, of just purely cans of tinned tuna, that he has lost significant weight. You don't need to be some sort of food scientist to know that. But it's also his mental health that is in danger. His psychological health that is in danger. His physical health is in danger. And it's coincidental as well that when I put out my last video, I basically made a plea to the bigger YouTubers: we need to arrange a protest outside HMP Woodhill Prison. Now, it seems that Tommy's admin team, I don't think they saw my video because I think that would be a little bit too easy, but they have categorically said that if they continue, if they go ahead with starving Tommy Robinson starting today, then there will be no alternative but for the admin team to arrange a protest directly outside Woodhill Prison. And we have every right to protest. It's under Article 10 of our Human Rights Act. Something the mainstream media will be reluctant to tell you. But then these days we already know that the establishment is doing all they can to silence political dissidents. The very definition of fascism. The same thing those leftoid NPCs keep claiming we are, when all it is, as I've said many times before, it's projection. And I will ask the question again: where are the human rights lawyers? Because it should be pretty bloody obvious now that this is pure violation of his human rights. That it is blatantly abusing the guy. As I said, this is the sort of treatment you would expect from terrorists, not Tommy Robinson. Thank you. I've mentioned it quite a few times, but we all know what would happen if this was anyone else. And I mean literally anyone else. Human rights lawyers would be flocking all over this case. They'd be all over it like white on rice. Which is probably what I'm going to have this evening, with something else nice. Anyway, they would be all over that case. No question about it. But because it's Tommy Robinson, all of the lawyer halls, all the lawyer rooms, all the lawyers themselves, dead silence. You could literally hear a pin drop. But of course the mainstream media won't tell you this. You know the drill, folks, because say it with me: it doesn't suit the narrative. Because that's what it boils down to. They don't dare tell us the blatant human rights violation of Tommy Robinson. Even if this is no longer a matter of whether or not you're left or right, surely there are some people who have to give their head a good whack and surely look at this situation impartially and say, you know what, I don't know Tommy Robinson, or I don't like Tommy Robinson, but what he's going through is fundamentally wrong. And I will say this, if anybody thinks that Tommy Robinson is getting exactly what he deserves in prison, they need to go to their local GP and get themselves checked out from the neck up, quite frankly. And I'm doing my damnedest here not to swear, but that is the cold bitter truth. This is fundamentally wrong on all levels, regardless of where Tommy Robinson is on the political spectrum. That's what it boils down to. But there are so many people out there that are just so incapable of doing anything other than hate on the guy, that they are unable to see the wood from the trees, that they are unable to see that there is something very, very wrong with our blatantly two-tier justice system, with our two-tier policing. How can a man like Tommy Robinson, who has done everything he can to fight the G-gangs of a certain religion, how is it he's being treated like a terrorist for speaking out against terrorists and scumbags? How is that? You've got to ask yourself that question. But the way I see it, I don't think this can end well. I really don't. I want it to, but I don't think it will. I think we're going to see a protest next week. I'm almost certain of it. And I think if this continues, we may even see, as said, a revolt. Like, there is massive civil unrest in this country right now, and it's mainly because of people like Nicola the Monster Marfleet, and of course, more importantly, Keir the Traitor Starmer, a man who is more interested in serving Davos than Westminster. The bottom line, they are literally going to war with us. They are picking on Tommy in the most malicious, malevolent, maligned, and obnoxious and oppressive ways possible. They are treating him like the scumbags that he's going after. And that, to me, is fundamentally wrong. I demand that a human rights lawyer look into this case, because it is very apparent now that HM Woodhill, at best, has had some very serious levels of criminal negligence towards Tommy Robinson, and at worst, they are complicit in what is tantamount to war crimes. They are complicit to the extent of they are committing acts of torture on Tommy Robinson that, I've got to go as far as saying this, I don't think you'd even expect this from a prisoner of war, quite frankly. He is being treated worse than any terrorist or prisoner of war has ever been treated. And his crime, his oh so bad, his so maligned and malevolent crime, contempt of court. And as I said, he should be in a Category D prison. Maybe Cat C at worst. But he's held in Cat B. And Marfleet, it seems, is hell-bent on poking the bear with a stick. Well, here's something for you, Marfleet. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. And I'm not going to advocate for any kind of uprising or revolution, because that's not how we do things here. Principles and all. What I will say, though, is I definitely condone one thing against you, Nicola Marfleet. You know what that is? Lawfare. Give you a taste of your own bloody medicine, and Keir the traitor Starmer while we're at it. Because I wonder what it will be like for them if they have to taste their own damn medicine.